On the other hand, what if the network manager wishes to push an interface configuration from the CLI and synchronize it afterwards with DCNM? This scenario may happen for any reasons. Then how to prevent the compliant process to alarm you? Actually, there is a special process that addresses this particular requirement. You can use the host port resync policy templates to sync up any out-of-band switch interface level configurations made via the CLI with DCNM. And subsequently, DCNM can manage it. Additionally, the VPC pair configuration are also automatically detected and paired in case of a brownfield scenario, for example. In the next demo, we will see first a VPC pair configuration automatically detected and paired by DCNM. Instead of pushing the configurations, DCNM will learn it, accept it, and will store it in its database as a reference configurations. There is a second scenario deploying a network configuration for 3 different interfaces. The use case here is to show that you can reuse, for example, an existing script for a network configuration that you wish to reuse with DCNM. Let's go to the demo. In this scenario, you want to import a classic LAN, which already includes the VPC configurations deployed in productions. And you want DCNM to detect the VPC pair configuration and to pair afterwards the 2 devices automatically. Go to the Fabric Builder and open the classic LAN fabric. You have already imported the access devices configured with a VPC domain. However, they are not paired from a DCNM point of view. Traditionally, you will call the VPC pairing tools and associate the peer device. At this stage, DCNM is not aware of the initial VPC parameters. Thus, there are 2 options. Either you want to automate the configuration for a new pairing using DCNM VPC pairing templates with its parameters and your customization, such as the domain ID, the keeper lives, the interface, etc. This time, you want to reuse the existing parameters. Instead, you will use the host port resync template. But prior to that, let's have a look at the interface status. So you now call the interface manager for the node access 1. As you can notice, there is no policy associated to any interfaces. So now you go to the tabular view, and from the switch tab, you select all 4 switches and call the policy manager. First, for sanity check, you can check if the host port resync template is not already used. Now, consequently, you can now add a new template which will be associated to all these 4 devices. Then assign the host port resync template to the switches and do a save. Return to the fabric view. All 4 devices are now in migration mode. That means ready to synchronize and save the configurations, this time to the DCNM database. For this to happen, you need to save and deploy. After the save, there is no config to push to any node. This is expected, as this time DCNM will learn the configuration to sync it afterwards with its database. As you can see, the VPC has been paired automatically by DCNM. You can now double check the VPC parameters if you wish. These parameters are the ones that came from the import. As a consequence, all the interfaces have now a policy associated to the rules here for the access node. For the second demo, you want to sync up any out-of-band switch interface level configurations with DCNM and allow DCNM to manage and monitor it afterwards. Let's have a look first at the current network configurations. So select the concerned network called test resync and continue. As you can see, there is no physical interface associated with this network VLAN 1234. Now you are the network manager and you SSH to the leaf node 3 console port to run your script. In this example, the script adds the VLAN 1234 to the interface E1/17 to 19. When done, you return to the DCNM GUI and open the Fabric 2 building space. Now you can resync the fabric manually so that the config compliance alarms you that the leaf node 4 is now out of sync with the expected configuration known by DCNM. You can preview the differences. Instead of deploying, what you expect now is to sync up the new out-of-band configurations of leaf node 3 with DCNM, so then DCNM can manage it afterwards. To address this, you need to call the policy manager for this switch and assign to it the host port sync policy, like we did previously. The leaf node 3 is now in maintenance mode. From the tabular view, for sanity check, you can select the leaf node 3 and rediscover the device to ensure that DCNM is fully aware of the out-of-band changes. You can save and deploy. As expected, there is no configuration change to be pushed to the leaf node number 3. You can double-check the operation and open the network overlay view using the right-click on this Windows. Then select the VLAN 1, 2, 3, 4 and continue. Select now the leaf node 3. As you can see, the network 1, 2, 3, 4 is now attached to the three interfaces E1/17 to 19. Hence, it is now synced with DCNM database. Next sections cover the image management. Thank you for watching.